Hello and welcome to today's episode of Let's Talk. I am joined once again by the lovely Jaime from Taco Corn.
Hola.
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 And today we're going to attempt to do today's Let's Talk episode over Dead by Daylight. I use the word attempt because obviously every time we do this, either Dead by Daylight, it quite often goes very difficult because I struggle to pay attention to everything that's going on. But we will try. We will try. So Dead by Daylight's just had a new DLC released. Head Case, I believe it's called. Have you seen this, Jamie?
I have indeed.
And it is literally £1.99 and you just get different heads for your characters.
Yep.
Doesn't do anything, just different heads. £1.99.
So it's basically just different hairstyles or like a different hat.
Yep. That is it. That is literally it.
Trapper.
Now, I mean, how do you feel about that, Jamie? Would you pay $1.99?
No.
I mean, because a lot of people would sit there and go, yeah, but $1.99's nothing.
Yeah, $1.99 isn't a lot, but it's also just heads.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no, he's blocking me in.
I hate it when they do that.
That's really frustrating.
So, I mean, that kind of goes on to what I wanted to talk about today. And that was sort of DLCs versus unlockables. Like, the good old days of gaming, the majority of things, it was all about unlocking them. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Like, there were, I mean, don't get me wrong, I understand that there were things similar to DLC, but because of the way the internet worked, it wasn't able to be done that way, but we used to have expansion packs.
Yeah.
For the larger things, which is cool. Like, I understand that, but also I used to find expansion packs were a lot bigger.
Yeah, they were.
Like, expansion packs used to be kind of a whole nother game added on.
Yeah, it added so much to a game.
Whereas DLC just doesn't have that same feel, unfortunately.
No.
Nowadays, like, prime example, the Head Case DLC. Which is just kind of, like, I personally would have been really stoked if they would have said, yeah, we've got a bunch of new heads, but you have to unlock them. Although it's just a cosmetic thing, that would have been cool.
No, yeah, that would have been cool, actually.
Like, you know, give you certain tasks or something to actually have to unlock these heads. That would have been awesome.
Well, I mean, like the, you know, like the bloody outfits in this game, just basically the same outfits but covered in blood. Them you can unlock by prestiging a character.
Yeah. Ah, I can't believe I just did that.
I can't believe he's chasing me again.
He's not. He got me because I walked into his trap. Like, and the annoying thing was, I actually looked at it and walked into it as I was running. Like, I saw it as I was running and still just walked straight into the damn thing.
That's annoying.
But yeah, like the bloody outfits, you get your general outfit, but it's all bloodied when you prestige, don't you?
Yeah.
Which is cool. And like, it would have been cool if they'd done more things, like if you had done a certain amount of generators when when the heartbeats are going. Or something along those lines. That would have been kind of cool. You could work that into unlockable stuff.
I mean, they could have done, you know, if you did a certain amount of generators, maybe when the heartbeats are there, you get maybe like an electrified looking hair. Something that kind of ties into the storyline of the game, but that you could unlock it.
Yeah.
Whereas paying $1.99 to get like a hairstyle and like a hat for Dwight kind of thing is so not worth it. It seems a bit pointless.
And I'd agree on that one.
Is there a trap anywhere near you?
Don't know, I've been saved, but it ain't gonna last long. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring him this way.
It's okay. Yeah,
he's gonna get me. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I mean, that brings me on to a question of like, should things like costumes be DLC? Like, I personally don't feel it should. I really dislike the idea of costumes being DLC.
Yeah.
I don't think that you should have to pay money for costumes. And a big one on that one is Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion
Mhm.
was actually a very early title to use DLC,
Mhm.
and one of the first DLCs they ever brought out was horse armor, because you could ride a horse in that. And everyone was kind of like, yeah, no, that sounds awesome, you know, make your horse a bit more strong, you know, give it a bit more oomph to it.
Yeah.
And then it turned out it was just purely cosmetic kind of thing. It didn't make your horse have more health or anything like that. It was purely cosmetic. I don't know where he is and I'm scared.
He's just come into the asylum.
Right, I'm going to the dungeon. Yeah, so it was a purely cosmetic thing.
Mhm.
And it was a lot of people, and I think rightly so, got a little bit upset about this.
Yeah.
And I can understand that. I mean, it wasn't like crazy amounts of money they spent, but actually, I think at the time there was something like, for Americans, it was like $2 something.
Yeah.
For just a cosmetic on your horse.
No, yeah. See, I find that weird and a bit ridiculous.
It's a bit cheeky, isn't it?
It is.
Another one where on the DLC front, which was a bit of a cheeky one, was there's a game called Asura's Wrath. And basically they made the DLC have the ending to the storyline of the game.
That is really cheeky.
So what they did was they made it so that there was a secret ending.
Yeah.
If you completed the game on its hardest difficulty.
Okay.
So they said there's a secret ending if you complete the game on its hardest difficulty. Okay. To like completionists and stuff, that sounds pretty damn awesome.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it turned out that secret ending was just a preview to the DLC. And then people had to then go and buy this DLC to actually figure out how the story ended.
Wow.
Like, how... And apparently Asura's Wrath's a pretty good game.
Yeah.
Like, but how much of a kick in the teeth is that?
No, yeah. That's really just really annoying.
Like, I...
Shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah. I would be really upset if I found that out. Like, I'd be really annoyed. And I probably would not buy the DLC, and I would probably never... I would actually probably just go on YouTube and YouTube the cutscenes to find out how it ended. I wouldn't be prepared to do that just because I'd be really irritated by the fact that they did that.
Yep.
Because it would really frustrate me, that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And so like that brings me on to sort of a question like secret endings and stuff. They used to have them a lot in old school games. I'm really sorry. But should they be unlocked or should they be DLC? Now my personal opinion is it should be an unlockable thing.
Yeah.
That
I think it should be.
like a game I played, which was recently, or not recently, a few months back, was Dragon Ball Z. Which one was it?
I don't know.
It was like the most recent one. I can't remember what it was called, but so I played that, and basically it said there was a secret ending. You had to do a specific thing in the game. And actually, this secret ending gave me quite a bit more playability.
Oh, cool.
Like, had an extra couple of like missions on it, and I was like, yeah, no, that's cool. That is how a secret ending should be done, you know. And it actually told me a bit more of what happened in the story whilst I was doing something else. And I was like, yeah, no, that is cool. Like, you've given me something to aim towards.
Yeah.
And I went and got it done because I wanted to know what happened. Like, if they would have suddenly turned to me and said, yeah, I want you to pay like a $5 so you can find out what happened in this time, I'd be like, no.
Exactly.
I don't care that much. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Oh, he's going after you then. Okay.
Yeah, go on. Chase me down, buddy. You can try. He will almost definitely succeed. Run. Run, lady. So yeah, And I feel that's sort of how it should be done. But obviously, unfortunately, that just doesn't happen. Oh yeah, stunned him.
Well done.
Stunned him. Keep running. Oh no, no, leave me alone. I tried. I ran for a while. But yeah, so there are some DLCs that you do just get really annoyed about. I'm pretty sure he's going to find you in that cupboard, lady. I'm almost certain. Oh no, he didn't. He just walked off. There was one game which apparently did the DLC amazingly, and this was The Witcher 3. I'm sure you've heard of The Witcher 3 at some point.
I don't think I have.
Well, it's a big old game. Apparently, it's an amazing game.
Oh, are you off the hook?
Yeah, someone was hid in the cupboard right next to the hook. I just need healing if I can find you.
I'm in the asylum.
Okay, she's on the hook now. I'm going to try and save her if I can. But The Witcher 3 did a DLC called Blood and Wine. And apparently, from what people are saying, it's the length of a full-length game. 30 to 40 hours you can rack into this DLC.
Cool.
And when I heard that, I was like, that's awesome. Like, that's how a DLC should be done.
Yeah.
Damn it. I've screwed this up. Sorry, lady. We're just going to have to run and hope for the best. I messed that up big time. I was too busy.
What's this generator around here? Oh no, he's chasing you.
Yeah, he is. And he's going to get me. I was too busy talking to be paying attention to what he was doing. But yeah, so I thought that was quite cool when I heard that. That's me dead, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Yeah, you've only got one generator left.
Well, that's good, I suppose.
But like a couple of games that were pretty good for unlockables, like fighting games were always good for when it came to unlockables, because obviously there was always loads of characters and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Mortal Kombat and that always had good ones, which was cool. Couldn't complain on that one really. Oh, he's chucked her down. I think he's chasing you.
He doesn't know where I am.
But that was always a good one. The Resident Evil games were always good for unlockables, I found. Like, they always had, like, if you did the game specific ways and you played well enough, effectively, you would get, like, either a rocket launcher for the whole game with unlimited ammo, or a gun, a different gun with unlimited ammo and things like that. Which I always thought was quite cool. Oh, he's right there.
I know.
Oh. This is intense.
Yeah,
but,
it is.
Dead Space 2 actually had a really good unlockable called the Foam Finger.
Ooh.
Which was a weapon, and it was literally a foam finger, like, you know, at sports games and stuff. But it was just a one-hit kill on all the enemies. Which I think is awesome, because it's kind of one of those items that it's silly, but it's very useful. So it kind of, it almost feels rewarding. It's just like, yeah, I'm now gonna just nail through this game, have fun with a foam finger.
Cool.
So I always thought that was quite a cool unlockable. And like Metal Gear Solid is a game which, to this day, even the new one, Metal Gear Solid 5, they still have unlockables.
Yeah.
Like they still go down the path of, like, if you want certain things, then do the missions with certain rankings and stuff, and you'll get all the unlockables, which I think is cool. Like, they still put that in there. So I've always liked that. So that was always nice, especially when playing the new one. But I do just think, unfortunately, DLC's just kind of taken over, like, the unlockable side of things, and it's a shame. Because that used to be half the fun of a game, was nailing through everything to try and unlock everything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously there are still some games that do it, but it's just not as big a thing. Like a lot of games do what like this game have done. It's just like, oh yeah, if you want more costumes or characters or things, then give me money.
Yeah, but I suppose that, you know, you don't have to buy it if you want more costumes and you're willing to pay the $1.99. Do it, great, good for you. But it doesn't affect your gameplay whatsoever.
Yeah, but I suppose Dead by Daylight is actually a prime suspect for this, but also characters.
Yeah.
Like they've made it so their DLC, yeah, it's not huge amounts of money for the DLC, but it's still effectively going, you need to pay for more characters.
Yeah.
Killers and survivors, you need to pay for them.
But again, you don't have to. You can carry on with just the characters you were given.
But it'd just be nicer if maybe you could unlock the killers or unlock the characters.
Yeah, like, I think if you got maybe 2 characters to level 50, which would require a lot of work that you put into the game, then yeah, you can unlock like another character.
Yeah, that would be
Like,
cool.
That would be cool.
But yeah, it's just one of those things, unfortunately, that I do just think it's slipping into a problem of you have to buy for things instead of just unlocking stuff.
Yeah.
And it upsets me. Because that used to be a big part of what I loved about gaming. I'd find a game that I loved, I'd sort of complete it, but then the replayability is unlocking everything. You know, doing things specific ways, doing missions to specific rankings, just so you can unlock things. Like, that's where the replayability comes from.
Yeah.
And it is just a shame that that's no longer there. With a lot of things, like, that it seems to be fading out a little bit. Like, there are some games where... Why am I Dwight?
I don't know.
There are some games where I completely get where DLC is important, and Sims is a big one. You're a Sims player.
I am indeed.
And Sims has always been about the expansion packs. And they've always done expansion packs. Which I get, so I can see why DLC is big for... And it's big for those kind of games in general. Because they do a lot when it comes to the DLCs, don't they? They add in a lot. It's a whole load more. So, yeah, I mean, Sims always had quite a bit. Which...
I mean, Sims has changed the way... Oh, I am glitching.
Whoa! Killer's really near me, but I'm glitching so much. I'm just jumping around.
Yeah, me too.
What is going on? Okay, guys. This is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I'm glitching so much. This is incredible.
I know.
I'm
yeah,
oh,
sorry.
So I would like even stop and it still then pushes me further.
Yep.
This is unbelievable. Sorry, carry on.
I was just going to say, like, Sims has changed the way they do stuff a little bit. Like, in Sims 3 and Sims 2 and all that, it would be... Oh, I got a broken key. You would buy the expansion packs, and that would just be that, and it would add a lot to your game. But now, in Sims 4, they have... I'm pretty sure they're still called expansion packs, which add, like, a lot to your game. But then you can also buy game packs now, which are cheaper and still add a lot of like different elements to your game, but isn't as big as an expansion pack kind of thing, so they can release more of them quicker, which is kind of an interesting way of doing it.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. So they're like mini expansions.
Yeah.
And like I completely get that, as I was saying before, like I completely understand the DLC/expansion side of things when it comes to games like Sims.
Yeah.
Because they're big games, like, and it's the type of game they are as well. Like, it's not the kind of game where unlockables work, I don't think.
No. I am down because some girl brought the nurse right to me.
Oh, that's annoying. But I mean, there was one game I played, which is an amazing game, absolutely awesome, and a lot of people will agree with me on this, and that was Dragon Age Origins.
Mhm.
And I played this on the PS3. Now, one thing they did, which I hated,
Yeah.
and I think a lot of people disliked this, was you would like talk to someone,
Mhm.
and because you'd think they've got a mission or something, and then suddenly this mission would be DLC, and you'd have to pay for it then and there if you wanted to play it.
Really?
Yeah, so it was like all the time. I don't know where she is, and I'm glitching like hell. I can barely focus on this game right now.
I mean, I can really hear the heartbeats. So.
Yeah, I just saw her. I think she's being a bit campy. I would come and get you.
I was watching you two up above, and you both just ran at the same time, so I knew she was there.
I would come get you, but I can't.
It's okay.
I can't see the stairs. Oh, I see the stairs. I think she's chasing me though. Sorry. We're gonna have to risk this for a chocolate biscuit, I'm afraid.
Ooh, chocolate biscuit.
What is going on? Run, Jamie.
You ran to... Oh,
I was,
okay.
in my defense, I was trying.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of going all over the place.
I am glitching into everything and everything.
Yeah, this is really difficult to play like this.
Wow.
It's really nasty. But yeah, so that was a really annoying sort of thing, because there'd be loads of missions that you think, oh yeah, no, this looks cool. And then it'd be like, but no, you need to pay for that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to run up the stairs and it keeps flagging me back. I can't.
No, you shall not leave.
I can't move. What's going on? It's bullying me.
Such a bully.
It's bullying me, yeah. Yeah, you see me in here. Try and chase me, I dare you. Yeah. I don't even care anymore. I'm not gonna lie.
This game is a nightmare.
This is horrific to play. This is absolutely horrific to play. But yeah, so that was a bit irritating when it came to it. But there was still a full game there.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish that they didn't pop all these little bits in there like that.
Yeah.
It was kind of just rubbing it in your face like, ha ha ha, you can't play this unless you give me more money.
Mm-hmm.
It was rather annoying. You know, so it was just like, and things like that actually make me want to buy it less.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, no, I don't want to give you £1.99 for a mission that I don't even know how long that mission is going to be. You know. Like, that mission could only be 10 more minutes of gameplay. I have no idea.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like I should try and come for you, but she's being a little bit campy.
Seriously, don't bother, because I'm struggling to play this so much right now.
Okay.
Try and get the generators if you can, because this is so glitchy, it's unbelievable. I was just struggling to move. Like, I'd be walking in a straight line, suddenly it would jump me to the right and I'd be running into something. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible.
I'm sorry you died.
It's alright, you know. I couldn't play that. Oh, it won't let me spectate.
Oh yeah, it did that to me.
Ah, that's so uncool. Alright. Okay. Well, I mean, I think I've sort of covered everything I wanted to cover, really.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sorry if I was a bit struggling to get my words out today, guys. I quite often do with certain games.
Yeah, this is a hard one to kind of talk over.
It is. But it had that nice little leeway at the front to go into my subject, so I thought.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, let us know what you think at home, guys. Like, do you feel that unlockables are really starting to be pushed out, and that DLC is just becoming too big a thing? Like, do you think you should have to pay for costumes? Even in certain types of game like this, where they're not massive franchise games, but do you think you should have to pay for like a bunch of heads? Like, do you think that's worth it? Or do you think Unlockable would be much more entertaining? Because then also there's, as I said before, there's more replayability as well. It makes people want to play more things. But yeah, let us know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. I'd like to say thank you to Jaime for joining me today.
Oh, thank you for having me. Sorry, I was kind of like, I just got someone off the hook and then he got hit again, so.
And I'll leave you can check her out at Takacorn. We play some more Dead by Daylight just in a general sense as well, so you can find her over there. I'll put a link down in the description below. And yeah, we will catch you next time.
Goodbye.
Take it easy, guys.